So by now you know that I do a lot of Revolver content, or have been lately. It's just one of those weird little things that I decided to delve into. But the most requested model that I do was the H8R. Now I think I did cover the H8R before on the Bespoke channel, so it'll be in the old videos on this channel as well somewhere. But I thought we'd take another look at the H8R Gen 2. So, you know, it comes from Elite Force, Umarex, all that good stuff. And what is the H8R? So the H8R is probably, in terms of CO2 revolvers, probably the most skirmish-able out the box, and they're very inexpensive. These are like 65, 70 quid, so they're not expensive at all. They are polymer, so everything's plastic, barring obviously the trigger and hammer components. And it runs on CO2, so the CO2 goes in the grip, much like all the other revolvers that I've covered. So I'll pull it off, there we go. There are design cues that looks like this might have been done by Wingun, but who knows? Well, I suppose we'll never know. So yeah, CO2 in the grip. These are meant to do about 1 joule. So this is a product where they've actually thought about the consumer. It's got the F mark on there, Cal 6mm, Elite Force, and if it's doing 1 joule, it's exactly where we need it to be. Now, with it being all plastic, the cylinder here is actually like a fake cylinder. So the way that we reload this revolver is we pull this little bar at the front here and we flip it up, and that enables us to push this little disc at the back, and that is what you reload. So what you would do is you'd pop all your BBs in like that, and then you just run your finger or your thumb around it and it pops them into place. It really is as simple as that. As well as that, you're also getting 10 rounds compared to 6. And then you pop this back in the revolver, put the latch down, and you can either fire it single action or double action. So there's no CO2 in this at the moment, so we've got single action. And of course we've got double action. Very nice trigger for the cost of the pistol. The trigger's really good. It's got the same style of like Wingun safety on the back there, which blocks the hammer from being moved. We've actually got rail sections on here, so you can put a red dot on there if you want. You can put a laser or a tack light on there if you want to as well. They don't come threaded, but you know, I think in the past we did a couple at Bespoke where we just, you know, screwed in a tracer to the end of the plastic thing there and it seemed to work. So the Gen 2s have adjustable hop, which is done with a little Allen key through this hole here, which is the Gen 1s didn't have, so it's making it even more usable out the box. We've got a little bit of bubble wrap there. If we open this up again, very Wingunish, isn't it? We've got the usual Umarex manuals that I'm not going to look at, and we actually get 2 extra magazines. Now this, I think when we had them at Bespoke years ago, I think we had a batch of them that didn't come with the extra of magazines. But it's nice to see that they give you 2 extras. So straight out the box, you've got 30 shots if you do want to run a revolver. Let's put some CO2 in this thing and see how it does with a fresh bulb. I'm using Umarex branded CO2 capsules, but they're all pretty much identical. You know, 12 gram CO2 capsules. Pop it in the grip. What we might have to do is wind out the screw. The tool is included on the grip side that you remove. So we do it like that. And much like the other revolvers, we just turn it in like so. A little bit more janky. There's obviously going to be a cost difference with the other revolvers. And let's put an empty disc in so we can just test fire it without shooting around. So we've got double action, quite loud, and single action. So single action is really nice, but if you're coming up and you need to put, you know, 10 rounds down, you can do it quite quick. If you do it in successions of 5 shots, you've got 2 successions of shots that you could do. Weird way to say it, but yeah, that's what came off the tongue. So I'm not going to make this a stupid long video today. We may look at other things to do with the H8R. So there are some accessories that are available in the 3D printing community that we'll probably take a look at. But let's get this thing chronoed. So I've got I don't chrono anything on 0.2s. You all know that by now. Everything I do is on a 0.3, and then we'll test the joules. I'm not sure if that 1 joule is on a 0.2. Who knows? If we get a bit of joule creep, we'll be able to see how much. So 0.794, 0.761, 0.755, 0.746, 0.758, very consistent, 0.772, 0.791, 0.753, 0.753 again, and 0.722. So we're just under a joule. Don't know where the hop's set, so that could be a thing, or it could just be a case of, you know, heavier BBs in this thing don't creep at all, which would be strange. So yeah, it's a very inexpensive thing, much like the next pistol that I'm going to bring up that you have seen before, but you have to wait for the next video for that. So this is a very cool little revolver, very easy to use out the box. You can get holsters for them, as well as other accessories to fill these super quick. Not that it takes long at all. You know, you saw how fast that was. Just lose one on the bench there. Put it in, run your thumb round, pop it in. Don't forget to push the tab. So it's not something that you can do one-handed like the other revolvers. Fire them all off. Take that out. Oh, I've actually got one more round in. Can we do that in a way where we'll fire it next? Let's see if we can. Yeah. But yeah, if you want to run a revolver, you want it usable, you want a hop, you want an adjustable hop, that is, and you don't want to break the bank, I think this is just a superb thing, especially if you don't want to get into the realism, much like the other revolvers that I've covered, where you do have to load it a bit. I mean, using the easy shells makes it much easier, but if you're using the standard shells, the only plus side to these is they have the weight there, and they do feel like the real counterpart, where this doesn't have the weight there, but you probably be able to rely on it more in a skirmish or a milsim or whatever you're going to use it at. It's just something a little bit cool, a little bit different. You know, if you want to delve into it, like I've said previously, you can do it without spending much money. So this is the H8R Gen 2. I thought I'd do a little feature on it because I picked one up just to play around with it again. I haven't owned one of these pistols before. I did cover it on the old channel, and that old video will be on this channel somewhere where you'll be able to see me. Might have done a range test, I'm not too sure. But yeah, I think this will be a nice little thing if I don't want to carry around one of the other big revolvers, but I do still want to run or rock a revolver. I think it's perfect. And especially, I mean, I think I picked this up from Patrol Base. It was about £60–65. It wasn't a lot of money at all. And it comes at the right power, so you haven't got to muck about with shells. Thanks very much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the video. Any questions about this platform, you can put it down in the comments below. And as always, from me and from Bench, we'll see you in the next one.